Alright, welcome back, guys. Hope you had a great weekend. Happy Tuesday, everyone. There we go. Perfect. Let me check that this is working. There we go, because then it um, stops working there. There we go. Perfect. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Before we begin, of course, thanks to Loney White for being the 76th YouTube subscriber. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, Lonnie. I'll display your message on Thursday. If you don't mind, I'll display your message on Thursday because I have to log out from all of the accounts and then log in back with all of them, the YouTube and the Twitch account. They should they should create a system in which you can remain logged with both YouTube and Twitch here in Streamlabs. Okay, people. Hope you had a great weekend, and let us begin. Let us begin with day number 14 of metaphysical analysis of Drakensang 1, The Dark Eye. Remember that this is the first original part of the Drakensang universe. Then you got the River of Time, and then, of course, Drakensang Online. That is pretty much like much more like Diablo, much more action oriented. Pretty much, yes. As I was uploading the latest video, I saw a gameplay finally of the category that I use because the game is way too old and I just couldn't find the category of the original game. So, thanks to Lonnie for being the 76th YouTube subscriber. And people, let's get down to business. I have revamped my party. As you can see, I swapped Rulana for this deadly individual called Traldar. If you don't know who he is or whatever, watch the previous part over at YouTube. It will be uploaded soon because we recruited him. Well, we didn't recruit him. We saved him from Grimtooth Castle, which was the third pilgrimage. And I've added him to the party. Basically, I had to remember that last time I was looking for where to recruit him. He was pretty much here at Ferdog. Here in Ferdog, I just went up to him and recruited him. As you can see, he's a damage dealer. So remember that I had 3 tanks, right? I had Rulana using a shield. Pretty much, Sword and Shield is a tank, dedicated tank. I have Thorgrim as a tank. And I had myself as a tank, being a battle mage. So, having 3 tanks was a bit overkill, because we could be dealing much more damage and dispatching weaker enemies faster. So, this guy is not a tank. He's a warrior with a 2-handed sword that deals high damage, which leads me to the topic of analysis of today, which is the internal dice roll system of the game. And we will also establish some comparisons between the 3.5 Dungeons and Dragons combat system that is followed by classic RPG games like Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, and Planescape Torment, for example, or Torment Tides of Numenera, or a lot of them, and then the system that I am showcasing, and I showcased last Thursday, and I'm showcasing with Star Wars: The Old Republic, which is Dungeons and Dragons 4.0. I've also revamped my not my spells. I've added this, which will increase the strength, will allow me to increase the strength of all party members except Wendala, because she's an archer and she doesn't need it. And I've also updated my strength value. I basically invested some points there, I increased it. So now I have the proper strength of a warrior. Correct? Because I had the strength of a mage, and I'm a battle mage. So now, even if I run out of astral energy and endurance, which by that time I would have dealt a lot of damage with my spells, I will still have that. And I will still be able to deal decent damage without spending any endurance or anything, just with my basic attack. Today we will establish the comparison between the 3.5 Dungeons and Dragons combat system and 4.0. Basically, the MMORPG genre is 4.0 that I am playing with Star Wars: The Old Republic. That's why I decided to also play these two games at the same time, so you can perfectly see the comparison between 3.5 and 4.0 Dungeons and Dragons, which are the inspirations of the classic RPG genre 3.5 and MMORPG genre 4.0. Okay, and in case you don't know, by now, I hate 5.0. We'll get into the internal combat system of the game today. Okay, so I revamped my stats, my spells. I've done a lot of things. I don't know why I cannot train. I've trained some. I've trained Feint, which is quite needed because, as you can see, it deals high damage and it doesn't consume a lot of endurance points. I've investigated some things about the game, some interesting details, which, for example, in some of the attacks, it will have a bug like this one. See this W? Well, normally when it's 1D, it's one dice roll, one 20-sided dice roll, or generally, I don't know if it's 6 or 20, pretty much. I think it's 20 to roll the damage. Um, and when you see this W, it's because of it's a mistranslation because the game is German and wolf is dice in German, and they didn't translate this. So this W is actually D1 dice, one dice roll. So look at this guy with that sword. He has two dice rolls, so he performs two attacks per round. Two attacks per round. So quite good. Okay, as for the rest, we finished the third pilgrimage, as you will see from the log here. The prologue, the adamantine heart. I'm still wondering what on earth this all means. When did the oracle select me, and what does the adamantine heart mean? But I'll have to be patient for better or for better when the answers. The secret of the dragon. Dorian told me I should talk to Rakorium. He said that only a powerful sorcerer could discover the secret of the eye of the dragon. And that's what we are about. Let's go. I don't know why the voices are so low compared to the soundtrack. I think they are at the same level or whatever. I just come from the temple of Cassandra. The oracle revealed to me that the dragon's eye will reveal my destiny, but I don't know how to unleash its power. Reverend Dorian mentioned you as a great magician with knowledge of this powerful artifact. Let me point out for a second. Let me highlight for a second that this guy Rakorium was in the tutorial. It's a recurrent character that has been with us since the beginning of the game, so it's quite enigmatic because we also helped him with some experiments that he was running, and he didn't reveal a lot of the secrets. So it's a very interesting character. I wonder if it's part of a plot twist. That's right, yes. Let's take a look at it. Here it is. What do you see, great Rakorium? I see mountains, mountains in which the smith of the gods forged weapons for the great battle. Deep in the mountain where tortured souls await their salvation. There too will you find the object of your heart's desire. Oh, that last phrase is interesting. This character is quite enigmatic. I don't know the story yet. We'll unveil it together. What does this mean, Grimage? Your path, sorry, leads you to Murlosh, my friend, the dwarven capital, far off in the Anvil Mountains. But the route to Murlosh isn't exactly open to any traveler. You can only be granted access at the behest of the dwarf king Arambolosh. Your best option is to ask Count Growing. I'm sure he'll tell you how best to get to Morlosh. Okay. And now, excuse me, I have to get back to my studies. Okay, that seems easy. I'm eager to try out this new party because with the extra strength attribute that I've added, I can be at 20 strength easily, 21, and both warriors at 22 plus the damage. So I will act as a second tank. I'll act as a second tank, and Traldar will be extra melee DPS. Right? Anyways, he's a warrior, so he's going to take. He can take some blows. So I wanted to change the formation, but I don't know how. I want to send naturally the archer to the back of the formation, but I don't think it's going to matter a lot because she'll be in defensive and the other ones will be in offensive stance, so they will engage and she'll stay back. Alright. So, road to Murloc, talk to Count Growing. If I am not mistaken, that's at the Ducal Citadel. We've already finished all of the extra brewery wars quest, pretty much. So, good people, good. By the way, for Thursday, I have a very special update when we play Star Wars: The Republic. Oh yes, I've updated the skill tree in a very deadly way. In a very, very deadly way. Okay, but let's get to the analysis, people, as we head over there to the Ducal Citadel. It's over there, yes. To the Ducal Citadel. What is the key? What is the key, beginning with the analysis, between basically Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 and 4.0. Then we'll get into the internal dice roll system of the game as we get into combat, and I'll show them to you. What is the key difference, people? The key difference is mainly in video games. We're not talking about the tabletop game, but the tabletop game mimics the. In the case of Dungeons & Dragons 4.0, it's based off of World of Warcraft, incredibly, not the other way around. Quite interesting, right? Dungeons & Dragons 4.0 was based off of a video game, while 3.5 was original and Baldur's Gate copied it. It's the opposite case. So, in terms of video games, not in terms of the tabletop games. In 3.5, which is Drakensang, Baldur's Gate, you, first of all, manage a party. You manage a party. That's obvious, right? Sort of Captain Obvious 101 of RPG gameplay mechanics. Not so much, people. You would be surprised how many people cannot tell the difference between all of those, because back then the original MMORPGs were more like the original advanced Dungeons and Dragons. For example, Ultima Online and the other one that I couldn't play because pretty much I think I wasn't born. No, yeah, I wasn't born, but I was way too young. It was which one was it? RuneScape. Well, Ultima Online and RuneScape, and those follow the advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
But let's not dwell on that. First, we should fix the formalities. So tell us, how can Count Growen's humble resources serve you on this momentous day?
And then, of course, 3.5 with Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, and Planescape Torment. The first element that I wanted to highlight is that you control a party, and in Dungeons & Dragons 4.0, based off of World of Warcraft, you control only a single character. The Holy Oracle says my destination is Murloc. My Count, Master Rakorimha, was convinced that you would be able to help me. Oh, convinced is he? That old bird is rarely wrong, my boy. But we have very little contact with Murloc at the moment. That doesn't sound good. What happened? We can also see the influence of the Lord of the Rings here, because it's incredible that Dragon Age Origins also has pretty much follows the same structure. One zone for the elves and one zone for the dwarves. It's incredible how they all share that. That doesn't sound good. What happened? If only I knew. Our beautiful dwarf quarter has been shut off by the rock crunchers. Not necessarily unusual in times of crisis with all these murders and trade disputes. But when our good Gerling tried to ask the rock crunchers for an explanation, he was given an unusually gruff response. But that happens every now and then too, if the rock cruncher leader is in a bad mood. Okay. Alright, you cannot present her. In those cases, Gerling usually uses his good relationship with Morlosh and demands written arbitration from the Mountain King Arombolosh. Arombolosh. Damn it. But because we haven't heard from Morlosh for some time, my top diplomat fears that all is not well. Okay. That's why he has already set off to the small town of Tallon. The little valley in which it lies was once used for diplomatic meetings in times of crisis, when normal channels of communication could not be used. So if you want to go to Murlosh, you should try to catch Gerling in Tallon. Thank you. I'll set off for Tallon immediately to meet with Gerling. What can I do for you? Nothing. Okay, let's go there, and with that we begin our I don't want to say final pilgrimage because I don't know if this is the ending of the game at all, but I guess fourth pilgrimage. Alright, getting into the difference between 3.5 and 4.0 as we get over there, which is precisely the dwarf quarter, I presume he just mentioned. First of all, you control a party in 3.5, in 4.0, no, in MMORPGs you don't control a party. I know that sounds obvious, but it's not the case exactly because for example, in dungeons in World of Warcraft or in Flashpoints in Star Wars: The Republic, you still are part of a party, basically, as a tank.
There should be a beautiful view of the Kosh Mountains from here. Sometimes you can even recognize the mists of the Silver Falls.
Pretty good 3D surround sound. It would be much better if I had mine. Dwarf quarter is closed. Ah, who was it? Diplomat McGurley in Tallon. Tavern in Tallon. Ah, that must be outside of Furdok then. Okay. I think the south gate is there. Okay, let's get over there. So, in Dungeons & Dragons 4.0 in MMORPGs, in dungeons, you fulfill the role of a tank, of DPS and healer. But that would be a shallow analysis of the party mechanics in 3.5 and 4.0, because there's a more subtle difference. I bet you... I don't know if you can see because it's very subtle, people, but maybe if you played both systems you can imagine it. In 3.5, the roles aren't as defined as in 4.0. That's why a lot of tabletop players and people who play video games like us, a lot of people cannot stand 4.0 because of how strict role assignment is. If you are a tank, you have to be a tank. You cannot go for a hybrid build. You have to fulfill that role of a tank, and if you don't fulfill that role, your party will be proportionately much more punished exponentially than in 3.5. In 3.5, in Baldur's Gate, if you played, for example, you'll notice, or in this game, for example, see that Wendala is an archer and a mage at the same time. There's a point in which the classes in 3.5 touch each other in the sense that they converge in their... Alright, this zone looks like it's full of enemies. What's this place? I've never been here. Alright, new zone. So let's prepare for battle. Let us prepare for battle. Those guys are okay. Now I have a lot of extra stuff to do, don't you worry. Begin summoning. There we go. And there you have the attribute strength. I'll increase the strength of my whole party. We'll get through this forest, killing everything we encounter. No, not that one. Damn it, I didn't cast it appropriately. Here, this one, on this one. So, cheat. Damn it. Didn't mean to do that. You can actually press control and it will cast until it's finished. You don't need to worry about being interrupted. Okay, let me save so I don't have to create all of those buffs again. Anyways, I don't think it's like the vibe.
Try sensing when we're gonna get there. I want to rest my weary legs and enjoy a cold beer and a nice hard.
There'll be no cider or sandwiches. But that's probably very...
You there! Stop at once! In the name of Praeus!
This one looks suspiciously similar to Morgana or the main villain, whatever. I can't remember her name. I'm terrible at names in games, especially. You there, stop at one. What is it then? Prayers have mercy. First this accident and now the only help in sight is a soldier without any manners. How did I anger the gods so much? Very well. It seems I have to put up with you whether I like it or not. My coach had an accident when a wheel broke. The horses bolted. This dolt of a coachman already left hours ago to get help from Tallon, the next town, but he's still not back. He's probably lying asleep somewhere by the roadside, or he's having a conversation with a drink in some tavern. Go and find this good for nothing for me, so that I can finally continue my journey. Very well, I'll find him. Then it's settled. Find the coachman and bring me news of him. I'll see you again soon. Hopefully. Okay, very well. I'm beginning to think that we won't need.
Than her coachman's well-being. We should set her a good example and help her.
Yeah, I would. Not like she has much of a choice. So, can I get through that tree? So as I was mentioning, the differences, the first one that I wanted to highlight is, of course, that you control a party in 3.5, and in 4.0 you control your single character. Now, in the second difference is that in the integration of that party, the is there any other of them? Well, not like I care. Alright, let's try those new attacks that this guy has. What? Is it area of effect or what? By Rondra. You also worship the same goddess as the Amazons there. Alright, I want to see that damage, Traldar. Oh, that was very good. 10 plus 15 is a 25. It's 25 damage in a single round. That's quite good. I also cleared my inventory so we can go back to loot, but not like I... Whoa, that looks rare. Well, not rare, but weird. Okay, let's keep going. I don't think they can even touch us like this. I don't think they can even touch us like this. Ain't that an enemy? Oh, no. So second difference is precisely that. That the rules are much strict here. Much more strict in 4.0. That looks like the coach, man. Okay. Let's see what we can do for you. I still have... Oh yeah, 1 minute is more than enough to dispatch these guys as well. No, actually I'll go with Thunderbolt. And you... Parry? What? Ah, they activate like this, of course. Yeah, it's like a tank, man. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, Horgrim. Well, there's no point in knocking them down. Just go for feint. That is quite good. So he has. They are kind of like buffs. Okay, not bad. Let's try it. Let's see how my strength is doing. Good, good. I think I dealt 10 points of damage. Good. Now at least I deal damage with melee attacks. Let's see. 650. He dealt 15 plus 5, 20. That's a lot for a basic attack. Good, good. The guy is living up to his reputation. Goblin Berserk. I guess will give us a prize. No. Is the guy alive? Nope. Coachman. Open. This appears to be Ingania's coachman. Recently deceased. I wonder if he even knew what hit him. Alright. I think I won't need buffs until there's a huge fight. I mean... So, as I was mentioning, first difference, you control a party in 3.5. 4.0, you control your single character. Then, in dungeons, in 4.0, once you group up with other players, think about World of Warcraft in a dungeon, or Star Wars: The Republic with a Flashpoint, your roles are much more strict. So, two differences so far. Getting into the second one, precisely that the rules are stricter, it's the very reason why a lot of people hate it.
Did you find the coachman soldier?
This does not look good. The poor soul was killed by goblins. How terrible. Boron, have mercy on his soul. I implore you, please, Razor, take me to Tallon. I do not travel through these dangerous... I do not dare travel through this dangerous region without accompaniment. I'm willing to pay you 20 ducats for escort. If the pay commission, well, let's do it. Thanks, as well. Okay, you just stay with me. I think I can kill whatever comes, whatever gets in the way. Finally, so we pick her and we can continue exploring the place. So, third difference, people. Third difference. What? The ambush is kind of like every time you get through this zone. Okay, go for rain of arrows. No, aim shot. There we go. What? She goes right there to be killed. 14 damage, 19 with my... Then I'll explain you the dynamics of the combat, so you can understand the calculations, because we haven't actually explored that. And that leads me to the third point precisely, which is the combat system. In 3.5, in video games, in tabletop it's always turn-based, but in video games, not only the roles are much more limited in 4.0, and in 3. Well, damn it. So we'll be constantly ambushed. Fine by me. No, go for feint. Kill that one. Anyways, Gwendala will kill it even before. You have feint, right? That would be a... right, I'm not used to having Gwendala up there. The boar seems to be okay. Then we'll need to resummon, but well. Damn it, I didn't even activate my armor buffs. No matter. It's immediate, huh? Wow. That seems quite powerful. 4 Grim knock down that one. Rain of arrows right there. Come on, dish some damage. No, go for no. Go for feint here. No, go for pure damage. They'll die very fast. Not worth it. So that leads me to the third difference, which is the combat system. As you all know, and it's evident to anyone who has played them, 3.5 Dungeons and Dragons is party-based, and it has real-time with pause combat. A lot of people think, I have seen it online, say that also Divinity Original Sin behaves like this, and it's not the case. Divinity Original Sin is like more like 5.0, which is the pitiful rebirth of Dungeons and Dragons, because basically they damned down everything and it's terrible, but it's the popular one that right now is giving Wizards of the Coast money. But without a doubt, I would say that my favorite system out of all of them is 4.0, because of how, hey, that one was good, 26 in one round. When you see that he deals two attacks, it's just in one round. Okay. No need to loot the corpses. We already have plenty of money and everything. The combat system. The third and main difference between these two. What's that? Weapon poison. I have a treat. And do I have gold moon tea? Please tell me that Rulana left the gold moon tea. I spent here treat poisons. I need to have some gold moon tea. Gold moon tea. Gold moon tea. Yeah, gold moon tea. Give it to Gwendala. Ooh. Let me remove this one for the gold mountain. No, I should remove. Well, no, Balm of Healing needs to be there. Yeah, Lightning Fine. Yeah, I know that I have another bar, but well, I should move those there. Hang on. Let's do it appropriately. Let's do it correctly, so I don't have to. So I don't have that bar overcrowded. Which was the other spell? The other spell. So we return this one here. We have Thunderbolt, and I should add here an attribute of dexterity or something, or whatever. And this one in case you have to deal with animals, I guess. Okay, good. So let's assign you. It was a gold monty here. So as I was mentioning, the third and main difference between 3.5 and 4.0. That's why I wanted to play Star Wars: The Old Republic, an MMORPG, and this game at the same time is so you see the differences crystal clear. This one is also poison, right? Yeah, it's also poison. So you can see the differences crystal clear. Let me reactivate the buffs and my summons and everything. The third difference, besides the fact that you control a party in 3.5 and you only control one character in 4.0, and besides the strict roles in 4.0, the third main difference that I wanted to get to today in this comparison, and why I wanted to play both an MMORPG and a classic RPG at the same time. It's very interesting because deactivate the summon. I'm liking the summon. It's very interesting because there we go. The combat system is one of the biggest differences, because 3.5, which this game is a perfect example of, alongside Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, and I don't know, Planescape Torment, as I mentioned at the beginning, they use party-based, real-time with pause combat system inherited from classic Baldur's Gate, basically. While MMORPGs use a very well, we should establish a difference at this point. Anyways, I have to dispatch all of the goblins, people. We should establish a difference at this point. That real time with pause, even if it's real time, internally, and this leads me to the topic that we are going to analyze after establishing all of the differences, is that internally the game still takes turns. People, Baldur's Gate still takes turns internally. Each turn is a set amount of seconds, and the same goes for this game. They are the so-called rounds that this game mentions so accurately, precisely. The rounds, they're still rounds. In Dungeons & Dragons 4.0, it's completely real time. Not just the isometric action RPG genre, for example, Diablo, uses real-time combat 100% when precisely it was David Brevik, the creator of the first Diablo, turned the clock down to 0 and eliminated turn-based combat. Now, in 4.0, you have real-time combat, but there's another element that we have to pay attention to. What's going on? What now? Didn't you want to get to the town? In the name of Forain, what is that? What do you mean? Looks like a massacred animal. This was surely the work of those detestable goblins. I can't bear contemplating that they could cross my path. We should hurry on to Tallon. Quickly now. You just stopped me for that. Hey, we're still in combat? Ah, there's one alive. My bad. Now, it's not as simple as that. The combat system comparison between 3.5 and 4.0. As I mentioned at the beginning, people, it's very interesting that 4.0, the tabletop game, is based off of World of Warcraft. It's the other way around. That's something that very few people know. The 4th edition of Dungeons & Dragons of the tabletop game is based off of World of Warcraft, while Baldur's Gate is based off of Dungeons & Dragons 3.5. It's the opposite case. In 3.5, it's first the tabletop, then the video game. In 4.0, it's first World of Warcraft specifically, and this leads me to another element that we have to take into account, which is the transition from isometric round-based combat in the original MMORPGs that I mentioned, precisely Ultima Online and RuneScape, for example, and World of Warcraft in 2004, basically. How it changed, it shifted the paradigm of that combat system. But getting into the strict comparison, in 4.0, it's real time, but there's another component, which is the rotation. That's why I wanted to play these two games like this. Hey, what's that? Sleep? I'm asleep? I should have gone for the magic shield or something like that. So many effects on me. That poison doesn't seem to be effective enough. No. Forgrim, stay on that one. Stay on this one. That feint is much more powerful than you might think, people, by the way. Gwendala shouldn't engage in melee. There's a huge penalty when an archer engages in melee. Hey, what am I doing there? Yeah, now I'm definitely asleep. So the main comparison that I wanted to establish is the element of the rotation. People. Because in Dungeons & Dragons 4.0, you have to worry about a rotation. Here, and this leads me precisely to the 4th difference inside of the combat, is that here you don't need to execute a sequential rotation at all. You can see that I can cast my abilities in any order that I want, basically. When will I kill that last goblin? They are barely able to hit me, look at that shit. So, pretty much, I wanted to establish all of these comparisons. Just to know about the history of the gaming industry, pretty much. Go for a spell. Thorgrim still has stamina, even if he's in defensive style, which consumes endurance as he blocks attacks. Hey, they cost a lot of poison. Those are instant. Pretty good, pretty good. Let's see how that behaves. There we go, that was brutal. Yeah, the second attack was brutal, pretty much. Wall of Blades, okay. Regroup people. You all have poison. Let me treat that poison. Assign, reactivate the buffs. And I think I have to resummon my... I think I have to resummon my boar. There we go. Yeah, I bet you can see that with this setup, with this party composition, it will be very difficult for them to even touch me. Let's save. That was easy, but I don't want to waste the time again. So it's fully real time, 4.0, and that has a lot of consequences. But the first one and the most, the glaring one, the evident one, is the rotation. As okay, finally we've arrived. That was it. I wonder what's on the other. If I go to the other side, I bet I just get out of this zone, because pretty much that's pretty much it. So we've arrived. We are pretty much OP for this. Oh well, what are you gonna do?
Tallon is in a state of emergency. The terrible events of the past days have forced us to close the town gates.
So as I was mentioning, people, I'm a noblewoman in Gania of the Mountain, and these are my bodyguards. Mayor Deepwitch is a personal friend of our noble house. He will certainly be quite annoyed if he should hear that you have kept us waiting. Now let us finally enter. Okay. Bodyguards. Noblewoman. Forgive me, noble lady, but it has become dangerous in the travel which you may pass. And here we are.
To our mutual benefit. Thank you for all your help. Here is your reward.
I want to try this. That the knight also has high etiquette and high, not haggle. I think it wasn't haggle. I think it was fast talk. Let's see. Oh, come on now. Don't be so great. Just another very. Okay, whatever. Okay, let's see. We are finally here. Tallon. So, as I was mentioning, the abstract complexity, precisely, of the combat system of 4.0 is the rotation. Properly timing your rotation, as you could see in Star Wars New Republic and everything. Hey, nice statue. I wonder if there are advanced trainers here. Oh, they said. Well, let's see what armor you got. Hey, what's this one? Plated shoes. 4! Damn it, that one is very good. Come on, I have a lot of money. Oh, look at that, they have pretty good gear here. Yeah, pretty good gear. Pretty good gear. Let me see, chainmail legging? No, I think I have that one. So only play heavy grapes. Oh, I don't remember that one. I don't remember having that one. Long shirt. Chainmail 4442211. I think I have it. What was that one? 55422. Ooh, that one is brutal, huh? Cuirass. Oh, like the cuirassiers in Age of Empires 3. I love that unit when you play French. Let's play. No, but this one is not. What about the leather armor? What about this one? 5. Ooh, this one is leather, right? Heavy armor made of overlapping metal scales. Scale armor has been largely presumed by modern play now. Rare in the battlefields of Aventuria. Oh. 55533. Damn it, that one is brutal. but I think I cannot equip it once. Oh, medieval Crusader helms. I need that one. I need that one for Gwendala. I believe winged helmet. 3. No, I need this one for Gwendala. Uh, 5, 4, 4. This one is a special. 5. Oh, it was heavy leather graves. Oh, that one looks good. Heavy duty pants. Hey, not bad. Hey, they have pretty good armor here, huh? Leather shoulder pad guards. Good. Plate arm graves, 5 and 5. Hey, not bad, not bad, not bad. Let me see. Before I spend all of my money. Yeah, this is perfect for Gwendolyn. Good. Leather, she needs a lot of that. She's pretty much unequipped. Here. Leather shoulder pads, not bad. And change the headgear there. That one is 3, this one is 2, good. 2, 2, 1, 1, good, not bad. 1, 1. Where are the heavy? Yeah, good. Do I have those? No, 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 no. I need them. I need them to tank. Because I cannot equip. Unless I can equip the other ones, but I don't think so. Heavy duty. Light build armor. This one is great. 5, 5, 4, 2, 2, 2. That one is brutal. Well, he had a pretty one. 3, 4, 2, 2, 1, 1. I think it's the same. 3, 4, 2, 2, 1, 1. Alright, you are the main tank for him, so you'll have it. He needs to have it. He's the main tank after all. A 3, 1, 5. Nice. Ooh, now that looks threatening. This one is 4, is pretty good. Long shirt of chainmail. I have it. 3, 4, 2, 2, 1, 1. 3, 4, 2, 2, 1, 1. This one. 3, 3. 3, 3. The globes of chainmail. 2, 1, 2. Well, at least she won't be killed that easily now. You don't happen to have a good main leather armor, right? So getting into the difference, people, as I buy all of this stuff. The combat system is in real time. The abstract complexity is derived from the rotation in 4.0, while in 3.5, and this leads me to the topic of analysis of today, is derived from the internal dice roll system, the armor system, and everything. So I will get into that. What's this one? 1, 1, 1, 2. This is plate, right? Steel, yes, steel. What about this one? What is in the arm? But does it? Yeah, it takes the spot of the hand as well. Ah, yeah, this one is better. It's much better. It's 5. What about this one? 4, 4. And I'm using this one. 3, 3. Heavy leather gloves. I don't think it's... No, that one I don't need. Steel arm greaves. I don't think I have that one. And this one is better. This one is better. Scale armor, 100 ducats. 555, 33. I think this one is even more powerful, huh? I have 300. What about this one? 33. You don't happen to have another one of those heavy leather pants? No. No. No, no, no. They are way too special, apparently. Let me sell this stuff. These. The shoes, right. I need to apply the shoes. He's using one armor shoes. Okay. Where is it? Heavy green. Graves there. Give them all to him. So the complexity in the case of 3.5 is derived from the internal dice rolls, which we'll get to right now. So I explain it will go from 1 to 4. Damn it. Now that is a powerful dwarf. This one is 2-2, and the ones that he was offering I think were much more powerful. Could be those pauldrons or shoulder plates, whatever. They're like pauldrons. 1-1-2-2. Yep, that tank is pretty much unbeatable. What about these heavy greaves? Instead of the steel knee plates. Oh, good. So it's 4-4. This tank will be unkillable, huh? This guy will be unkillable. The gauntlets is 4-4, and this one is 3-3. Good. But this one is 5-5. Look at that. Look at that. Give him the other shield, the spiked shield. They are the same, but still, since this one is for Lana, this one is more like for the for the um for the dwarf. So give all of that to him. He's our knight. Let's see what we can improve with your gear for Grim. But he has pretty good gear on its own. Look at this. He came with pretty good gear by default, except for the gauntlets. Maybe I can improve that. Loads of chainmail. The gauntlets are 1 point higher. He has, for example, he has this one, which is already 1 point above that one of armor. Yeah, this guy is okay. He was OP by default. Unless I purchase the big armor for for 4 Grim, and the other one for the other guy. Now we are armed to the teeth. So, what about this one? This cuirass is a metal breastplate and padded undergarment. Yes, but it's a steel metal. It would still prevent me from casting spells. What about this one? Metal scale. It's 555-3-3. Oh well, whatever. I have almost 300 ducats. I can buy that by now. And the leather doublet, because I think she has a leather doublet. Yeah, she had one. Well, no matter. Where's the ultra expensive armor? If I equip it, I cannot cast spells, right? Yeah. For that price, I should be able to cast spells at the same time. But well, that would be immortal. So 555-3-3. This one is 555-2-2-2-2. What? Does it have any special property? So 5. Because this one covers the legs. This one? Yeah, but it's only one. Yeah, in this case it's better, this one. This one is better. It's even better. Because it's 444-2-2, and this one is 555-33, and I just lose 1 point in each leg. It's brutal. It's almost tank-like, even if it's DPS. Wow. I don't know who's the protagonist. Forgrim or me at this point. What do you have? People seem to have pretty good stuff in here. This is for crafting, which I'm sure the game has a very interesting crafting system, but I'm not exploring that right now. What about you?
Praise Nandus. Are you
I have a recipe here from an alchemist in Furdock something. But it doesn't seem quite right. Let me see that. This is a side quest. This is a side quest. A very interesting recipe, but all of the ingredients are very hard to find, and if I'm not mistaken, these two ingredients here would not react together correctly. So something wrong with it, but I'm afraid I can't tell you exactly what it is. Who can help me with it? No, true master of this art who all can do is tell you. Well, what's that? Sorry. Spells. Teach me spells because maybe you have advanced spells. What's that? Aerofugue vacuum. Well, the magician creates a vacuum in the form of a ball within whose effective range all air is removed. All creatures within the effective range suffer suffocation effects and run the risk of being stunned. You are coming with me. 1 ducat. It's only for humans. Okay. The rest of the attributes I do not. Hey, we got new spells, people. Corpofrigo Cold Shock. This spell suddenly removes all the warmth from the target's body, lowering his attributes considerably. And it also deals damage. Well, this leads me into the internal dice rolls and everything of the game, which is I'll just hey, what's that? Summon the Djinn. Nice. Duplicatus double vision. An optical doppelganger. This being moves in sync with the caster. Ah, this is like in Baldur's Gate. Yeah, the doppelganger. And also like in what? So many good spells. His faithful servant. How many summons can I have? What? Attribute restoration. Elemental minion. I hope I don't run out of ducats. Hawkeye marksmanship. What's that? The machine increases spiritual connection between target and the potential range target. Blah, blah, blah. I know, but I'm. Oh, damn it. The spell. Ah, perfect. This one is perfect. With this, I'll be able to compensate the lack of a rogue. Magnificent. It's only magical. Good. Magnificent. Magnificent. Master of God, I mean, how many spells can I learn? Ignis. Damn it, shit. I had to get to this point to unlock all of the spells in the spellbook. Mighty Fireball and hurls it at his opponent. Oh, good. I'm taking it. Clarum Bloodstream Magical Elizabeth. Ah, and like this I can clear poison. Culminatio, Ball of Lightning. God damn it, what's this? Damn it. I shouldn't have invested any points on the previous. Paralysis as stiff as a stone. Well, I think they went a bit overboard with the amount of spells. What the calm body, calm. This is kind of like a stun. All right, let's. Spell the force of darkness and undead assistance from the realm of the undead. Sleep of 1,000 sleep. Tlaluk pestilal breath. God damn it. False smelling cloud, all creatures remain instant also suffers damage. Ah, but you also suffer damage. No, I'd rather go for the lightning storm. When attacked. Okay, another well, I mean that's a lot of spells. Gwendola, the same. Get that marksmanship.
Praise Nandus.
Look at that. You need to be human. Increase attribute dexterity. Race human, oh damn it. And there's a huge race limitation here. Now people are going to say, what a racist game. No, people. This was normal back then. The races, each race could do specific spells. This is one of the things that, for example, this kind of stuff in Dungeons and Dragons 5.0 is totally casualized. Like everyone can cast everything. Race doesn't matter at all. So I have a lot of new toys to play with. Special magic, summoning, battle magic. Ah, so I wasted my points here. Now I feel like an idiot. Like this is pretty much. Well, this one uses worse attributes, than the Ignifox. Burst of Flame. How much does it consume? The cost is what? 21 action points? It doesn't cost mana? Astral energy? Ah. Cost 8 plus modifier times 2. Yeah, but it's astral energy. Okay. Well, this one looks especially deadly. An unruly lightning between here. So, let's get into the damage system. Let's get into the damage system that I wanted to explain today. This is perfect to explain it. People, you see that when I when I hover over them, see that at least 3 attributes are highlighted, right? When I hover over each of them. Okay. That's because those are the 3 attributes that will influence the dice rolls of the spell. I didn't know this. You can finish the game without knowing the internal mechanics of it, pretty much because it's an easy game. It's an easy classic RPG. But still, I want to get to the internals. I want to analyze the internals because it's where the abstract complexity of the gameplay mechanics resides. It's exactly where it's derived from, the abstract complexity of the gameplay mechanics. So, when you cast a spell as a mage, you have 3 attributes, right? So, the second you are casting the spell, the game internally makes 3 20-sided or 20-faced dice rolls. So 3 dice of 20 sides, like in Dungeons and Dragons. Internally, you don't see any of these. But now I know how to use the console, so maybe I can show you. So, 3 dice rolls, right? Every time you cast any of these spells, which are checks against those 3 attributes associated with each spell. See that all of them involve 3. So in those dice rolls, you will have a result for each one of them from 1 to 20, right? 20 sides of the dice. So the higher the number, the worse it is. Why? Because you need to meet the requirements of those 3 attributes. Okay, so I make my dice rolls. Let's think about the worst case scenario. So I get triple 20, right? In this case, I have 15 cleverness, 13 dexterity, and 15 constitution. I need to reach 20 with all of them for the dice roll to be successful. Since I have 15, 13, and 15, I'll be lacking 5, and 5 would be 10, plus 3, 13. I'm lacking 13 points in all of them. But as you can see, I have 15 points here, and those will compensate, right? So, in that sense, for the spell to be successful, I need to reach a maximum of 20 for each of them. Of course, in the dice roll, it's very difficult to get triple 20. It's kind of like the worst case scenario, but just in case. Since I have 15, I can mitigate almost all of it, because imagine, I assign 5 to Constitution right there. I have, out of these 15, I assign 5 here to cover it if I have 20. Another 5, it was cleverness. 5 here, and another 5 here, and it can only fail if the dexterity check doesn't work, because the last 5 that I would have in this Ignifox Burst of Flame, 13 plus 5, it would be 18. So I need 2 more points to reach 20 out of the total 60 that were the 3 dice rolls. So the probability is like 1% of failure. Like, I need to reach the dice roll. The dexterity needs to be 20, and the other two they need to be 20, and that there the spell will fail. For example, with Thunderbolt is the same. It's the same. There, for example, imagine again. Let's do the process again because I know it's very abstract. I cast the spell, triple dice roll, 20 sides, 1 to 20 the number. So I can have potentially the worst case scenario is that I roll 3 20s. It's almost never going to happen. But basically I'm lacking 7, and 7 would make 14 plus 5 of the is a constitution. Alright, so it's 19. So, and here I have 16 to distribute. So at 19, it will be 100% warranted, because even if I get triple 20 to reach those 20s, those 3 20s for all of the stats, I would be able to cover it. But as you can see, these two almost cover it, so the spell will never, ever, ever fail. It also increases the damage. That is precisely this that you see there. The spell power is determined by the exceeding numbers in the dice roll. For example, I'm never going to get triple 20. Imagine that I get triple 3 or triple 1 or triple 5. Between this 16 will be added to the damage, plus after, of course, the calculation of the 3 stats to reach the dice roll that was required to execute the spell. For melee attacks, it's pretty much the same. It's just 1 or 2 dice rolls according to the weapon is determined by the weapon instead with melee characters. For example, here you can see 2 dice rolls, and basically the strength will compensate to reach whatever dice roll you got. Basically, for example, if you roll, in this case it's 2 attacks. So you could, in a terrible scenario, besides you have +4 here, so you will have +4 points that will help you reach that. So instead of 220, well, it says that, remember the W, it's a translation mistake, it's a dice. It's 2 dices. So you roll 2 dices, and it should be, we're at strength 22 with the buff, but let's suppose it's the base strength that is 17. It's precisely 2 dice rolls plus 5. So instead of 20, you need to reach 15. You need to reach 15 in the worst case scenario, right? Because I know, but it's 2 of them, so it would be, yeah. I don't know if it's per dice roll. It's per dice roll, like 220 face dices, and both of them plus 5 would subtract 10 instead of 5. Yes, probably because it's assigned or to both of them, and the 2 attacks connect. I don't know if they are separated or kind of like channeled together. All right, well, you throw the game internally calculates 2 dice rolls, 2 20-faced dice rolls, sided dice rolls, and let's suppose it's plus 5. So it's actually 15 what you need to reach, and with this strength, you can easily reach it. That's why I think they must be separated, and it's actually 2 20-sided or faced dice rolls. So it's actually 40. You understand the math, people? I'm commenting all of this because it's the internal abstract complexity of the gameplay mechanics. Of course, then you have the... Where is it? No, it's here. Then you also have the attack value to see if the attack will even land because you can execute it successfully here, but maybe then it misses against the armor of the enemy. The armor subtracts the probability of the attack landing on top of the initial calculation. So, plus the buffs, of course. So, I wanted to cover that today, even if it took me some time to explain it, because just so you can appreciate and see the internal abstract complexity of the gameplay mechanics, because those are all things that a lot of people don't take into account when analyzing games. And for me that's very, very infuriating, because it's incredible how all of these old school games have such incredible internal abstract complexity of the gameplay mechanics, and nowadays we get Baldur's Gate 3, which is terrible, terrible, in comparison to the abstract complexity of these old school games. Hey, let's try that new spell, or is this a crime? Well, guess we have to try it. Let me assign the new spells, people, if you don't mind. So where's that open locks? Open lock, open locks, open foramen. I left some experience points left. Mm, maybe I have to. This one is crucial, huh? This one is crucial because I don't have a rogue to open chests. This one is crucial. I wish I could. I can also summon a Djinn. Those were quite brutal in Baldur's Gate, huh? If it's anything like that, all to that one. I want to open chests. I don't have a scoundrel in my party, so now I can. Let me move Balm of well move this one here. The healing abilities here. This one cleanses. No, it's a stun. This one is like a stun. I wanted the genie there. I want the summon. My magic shield, just in case we go up against magic enemies. The attribute restoration. This one is a cleansing. This one is a cleansing. Sorry, I'm using terminology from Star Wars: The Republic. Cleansing is basically, and also World of Warcraft. Cleansing is eliminated the effect. An optical doppelganger. This is like in Baldur's Gate and in Sacred, the doppelganger. Can I summon two at the same time? Which one is better? Which one has a better duration? 10 seconds. Aha. I know this one is like. Anyways, it sounds interesting. And what about this one? How much? 600 seconds. Faithful servant. No, I'll keep the Djinn. In Baldur's Gate, the Djinn was 20 minutes. Oh well, perfect. Now the question is, can I summon two at the same time? This one doesn't favor my stats. Well, this one. This one is my worst. My three worst stats, I believe. Huh? Well, but it lasts 20 minutes. Oh, that's good to be. But if I just summon him and forget about it, then it's. Yeah, the question is if I can have both of them at the same time. Both of them up at the same time. Let me go for this shit here, this one here. We'll assign all of them here. I have the cleansing, right? Yeah, perfect. I wonder if the game has even more spells for us to try. So, yeah, well, what about this one? 18-meter radius area of effect, then going to fire. The closer they are to the impact point, the longer the fire lasts. Does it kill also my allies, or what? Cost 15 minus SP minus the spell power. And also the paralysis here. This one I also got 36. 30 seconds. It's not good. Let me try the new toys, please. I think by now we're unbeatable. We'll assign this. Astral energy cost 21. Oh yeah, it's very expensive. What about this one? 15. Look at that. 15. 15 and 16. It's pretty much in line. And maybe it has to do with the calculation of the number. Minus the spell power calculation. So if I invest on it, it should be even lower. Let's see. All right. Astral energy cost 14 to 15. See, it lowered a bit there. Wish I could have done that. Could have further perfected that. All right, let's try that thing. I no longer need a fucking scoundrel with me. And it failed. Damn shit. Why did it fail? Maybe I cannot open this one. Yeah, because I think these ones are... Oh! Well, the dice rolls are missing. Are failing. Ah, should be able to execute it. What does it use? SP must be equal to or greater than the log value. Oh. Ah, it has no modifier. It has no modifier. Ah, darn it. This is the spell power is the combined sum of the attributes that it influences. But I have pretty good cleverness at 15 and dexterity at 13. It has no modifier, then I fucked up. I think it will always fail. Because it has to do with the modifier. It has no modifier. Let me load. Let me load. Anyways, I saved right before doing that. I knew it was going to be risky. Okay. Damn it, I spent a lot of time upgrading my party sheet. Okay, let's go on. Let's go on. I'm sorry, people. It's just that I enjoy the game a lot. I enjoy games like this a lot. So we assign this one here. The culminatio ball of fire, ball of lightning. Damn it, that's Latin. I should be able to speak that perfectly. Not perfectly, but as I mentioned to you the other day, if you know Spanish, you can more or less understand Portuguese, Italian, and Latin partially. They are kind of like all linked. They are all derived from Rome. Indeed, they have the same roots. Attribute restoration. I am also assigning this one. Also assigning this guy here, this one here, and I also assigned the gene up there. Where's the gene? Here, this one. You look pretty good. Right. So now, first this one. Swords is at maximum, pretty much. That's it. Nothing to see here. Perception, willpower, etiquette. So it would be much easier to just grab big locks there, but well, doesn't matter. I'll save those points for strength. I know I have the other attribute, the other guy, the other spell. Ooh. What about this one? This one looks threatening. This one looks threatening. Modifier in meters in the radius. Ah, this one, the modifier increases the radius of the vacuum. Damage every 6 seconds, and how much does it last? Spell duration is a spell power, the combined dice roll, plus 1 times 6 seconds. That one looks good. It's area of effect. This one is area of effect, right? No, it's single target. Single target. And I need to replace one of them with the area of effect. I mean, the Signifox Burst of Flame right now will never fail because of my modifier. But it's a one dice roll of it's a 1 6-faced dice roll. The damage is from 1 to 6 damage points. One dice roll of 6 face. Yeah, it's 1 to 6. It's not that much. And this one, one dice roll of 20 faces plus 5 spell duration immediate plus 5 damage points. So it's 1 to 20 plus 5. I know it's much more powerful. 5 dice of 6 faces. I know this one is brutal. Huh? Hang on. And it's area of effect as well. Huh? 5 dice rolls of 6 points. That will be 30 under normal, under perfect circumstance. That will be 30. This one is 1 of 20 plus 5. This one is safer because it's only one. It's only one. Well, no. No, because if you get a low score here. No, because if you get a low score here, it's only one dice. The other one, you have kind of like more chances. It's more balanced. Definitely a huge difference in damage. This one is only one dice roll. Okay, these ones are. And what about this one? One dice roll of 6 every 6 seconds. This one is kind of like damage over time, constantly. This one is. I'm keeping this one. I'm keeping this one here and this one here. This one. This one is much. You understand how it works, right, people? This one is one dice roll from 1 to 20. It's a 20-faced dice roll, a 20-sided dice roll, basically. And this one is 5 dices of 1 to 6, of 1 to 6, 1 to 6 faced. Only from 1 to 6, the classic ones, the normal ones. And besides, they catch fire. The closer they are to the impact point, they don't the fire. Like this one, the cost is well justified. It's very powerful. So that should be our brutal opening. I know, but this one deals damage over time, right? Seconds. Good. This one is one dice roll of 1 to 6 every 6 seconds. And how much does it last? The spell power plus 1 times 6 seconds. Okay, it's like damage over time. What's the cost difference? Look at the cost difference. 10. It's very economic. Good. So we assign this one. We assign this beast, and of course we always have to go back to the Thunderbolt because it only requires 5 astral energy. When you run out of astral energy, I can default back to. Well, no, I'll assign this one here because I'll kind of like organize them in power. All right, we are just revamped our spells. Where was it? Here. Hokkai marksmanship. Magician creates a spiritual connection between the target and opportunity range. Effect plus spell power 3 divided by 3 plus 1. TP, I don't know, it's a power something. Bows and crossbows. Increase range, combat range, pull duration. One time. Okay. It enhances damage. So we'll keep that one there. And I think that's it. Do they have the warrior trainer? Because I also require that one. Okay, the spell multipliers. Let me save before I do that. Let me save before I assign my multiplier points. Where is it? Here. See how interesting the math and the mechanics behind all of these games were back then. Nowadays we only get shitty games. How about that the Jin? I read somewhere that it's better to kind of like distribute your stats like this, like assign points to all of them, like this. Like, don't leave them at 0. I read that that's the best way to deal the most damage. But yeah, these ones I cannot afford them failing, I guess. This one will assign those. This one uses this beast. This one is risky because of the attributes that it uses. I know. Well, this one is worse. That constitution and intelligence. This one is worse. Then this one needs a higher score. This one needs a bit of a higher score in order to not fail. We'll leave that one at 7. Well, yeah, well, 6 and 7. So, unless I have a very, very unlucky roll, I should be able to cast them perfect. Oh, I forgot about this one. Well, but look at this one. This one uses Constitution and Strength, which are both my 2 best stats there. So that one should be easy. That one should work. I should have spent at least some points there, but there we go. There, it should be enough. And what about the Dijin? What does it modify? It has no modifier. Shiru. Well, whatever. I don't think it's a lot. Just in case. Alright, let's see if I can summon that guy. Can I have 2 summons up? Or only 1? Or what? Hey, it all went... Come on, summon the demon. Okay. Hey, it replaced my boar. That's shitty. You cannot do endless summons. Nope, only 1 summon. Only 1 summon. Damn. Well, otherwise it would be way too easy. It would be way too easy. Okay, no matter. No matter. Great. I need a warrior trainer. Do we have a warrior trainer here? Warrior trainer. There. A herbalist. Eraser workbench. The fact that I haven't moved at all. Well, to hell with it. Those 2 points were nothing. The fact that I haven't moved. Gang, you're there. There you are. Actually, I'm looking for a diplomat from Ferdok. His name is Gerling. Diplomat Gerling already arrived here a few days ago. He took a room at the inn and conducted some investigations there. Most recently, he was a guest in the house of merchant Oakreach. I don't know exactly what he was doing there, though. A most secretive man, if you follow me. He just left for Prince Grove this very morning. Let's see. You don't know about the most important event in the whole region. You probably just want to test me. But very well. The sacred Apple Festival takes place every year during this season here in our fair Tallon to honor the goddess Parain. It is she to whom we owe our good life, the picturesque apple groves, and, last but not least, our wealth. Alright. Oh, could I ask you a few questions? Talk to me about Tallon. Tallon is the most beautiful little town in the entire region. Did I mention already that I have had the honor of holding the office as mayor here for a very long time? Another question about Prince Grove. Prince Grove is the most serious sanctuary in Parain in this area. The Dion of Parain here. If you want to learn more, you should ask in there. Okay. Farewell.
Tells us he's overwhelmed by the hopelessness of the situation. My senses are telling me we need to find Thurlin
The board does have a multiplier in the skill tree of Gwendala, though. This one. The modifier here. +1 modifier per level. The cost and the duration. I don't know why the Djinn doesn't have a modifier like that. Because it's 600 by default. Oh, well, could be. It's kind of like a very, very long summon by default. Alright. Is there a warrior trainer? That would be sweet to find. Anyways, we have to explore this place. Nice. These are like Swiss, German, medieval style villages. Here in, it's like an Alpine village. Houses, you can find houses like this in Switzerland and Germany. It's not that they are just fairy tales. They are there, people. And vegetation like this is very, very similar to the geography indeed. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. It's very, very similar. Definitely the game is German like Sacred 2. They have that kind of like fairy tale style. All of these German games. They oh they added the sound of the bell of the church ringing. Nice, nice. I live kind of like uh not even a block away, kind of like in the same square, where of my apartment. There's a church, pretty similar, like the same style that they used in kind of like in the zone of New York, in the zone of New England, that has a lot of, well, everywhere there are lots of churches, but they're kind of like alongside the skyscrapers, pretty similar in my case. So yeah, pretty much. I can see it from here. In fact, I see the kind of like the tallest tower with the bell ringing. And hey, I am beginning to think that I have to cross that bridge. So no.
What do you mean you don't have any tongue?
No warrior trainer?
Frantric left me high and dry. He promised me the tongues, but when I went to get them,
They call me Mother Sweeting.
What do you have? Good. Okay. Anything else I can explore here? Come on, there has to be a warrior trainer in this village, or not? No, this seems to be pretty much it, huh? Small town, packed with goods, but not trainers, unless... What about over there? Let's explore the place, people. Ah. What are you doing here? You are keeping the cemetery, the graveyard there in order. In order. This seems pretty much it, people. Nice particle effects there when you break them. Elixir of cleverness. Money. I always like money. Good. See, that's why it's always good to explore the whole place. That's how then you buy 10 ducats. There we go.
stop. The gate is closed until further notice. It's far too dangerous out there.
I'm in transit of behalf of Count Growing and have urgent business in Prince Grove. That may be, but the town council has ordered the town gates to be closed. The Tallon environs are no longer safe. Bands of Galal, please, they are pushovers, are roaming around and are even venturing up to the town's walls in the meantime. Sounds as if you aren't happy about the situations. Yes, because everyone likes having goblins climbing your walls to invade your little town. Unhappy? You're a fine one to talk. By the gods, I'm livid with rage. Goblins at the walls of the town that I have sworn to protect, and my hands are tied. On the other hand, the town council's decision is justified, of course. The group that has made itself at home in these parts is simply too big. I have only this handful of men at my disposal. A sortie would therefore be suicidal. But now that I look at you, maybe there is a way that you can continue your journey. Let me guess. I am Sorry. Let me guess, I am supposed to help you drive the goblins away. Exactly. With your help, we could at least drive off the group just outside the town walls. Well, what you say? One hand washes the other. If you absolutely want to continue your journey westward, then fight your way through with us. Just a moment. I have to take care of something in town first. Won't be right away. Okay. I want to explore that. Ah, the bridge is broken, I believe. That's why we're forced to come over here. Yeah, I'll just assume the bridge is broken. Yeah, I think it's broken. That was the whole point of this, right? The Pilgrim Bridge, there? That one is broken, right? That's the idea. Only way to go. Let me verify. I want to make sure that I explored everything. Is that... Oh! I knew I was missing something.
You'll find the best weapons in the whole county, right?
That's... Oh! Not bad. Not bad. But your swords are not that good. What's that one? It's a saber. Not bad. Okay. Yeah, but the one that I'm using is better because it inflicts. No, you not that good. This gear is not that good. You can get that one. Attack penalty of -4. This shield is so OP. The bridge is broken. Oh, God, right over there. One, two. There, I have two to break, and one. I won't even bother. So if I understand correctly, the bridge is broken, right? It has been destroyed. Let me see. Yep, that's the idea. That is the idea. Bridge broken. Only way to go. Okay, let's stop wasting time. Sorry people, I just love exploring this beautiful scenery that these games, old school games, have. So, next difference, the fourth difference that I wanted to mention is precisely the dialogue options in MMORPGs. You have very basic dialogues and the concept of fetch quests. While in these games, you have a lot of dialogue. The fighting areas are clearly distinguished. Do you happen to have any legendary bow for Gwendolyn, just in case? No, nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. So they are clearly distinguished. They're clearly separated. The fighting areas and the towns, like this. While in MMORPGs, well, there are some hubs. It is true that you can encounter enemies more frequently, and combat is usually 100% the focus of Dungeons & Dragons 4.0 in MMORPGs. Well, in these games, Well, in these games, there's also an aspect of 12. Good. 12. It lowers the cost. Attribute. That one. And she has attribute dexterity now, right? Oh, yeah, right. I knew it was for you now something. This one. There you go. Magnificent. Apply to yourself. Good. That'll be all. It feels bad to play like this. Like, it's so much power that...
Have you taken care of all your business and are you ready?
Fine, let's fight through. You heard that, man? Let's drive this devil spawn from the gates of our beautiful town. Let's go. I expect a huge battle, and this is the perfect moment to test my new abilities. Beginning with the Aerofugo Vacuum. They're all Latin names in case you're wondering. You cast it on the ground. Okay. They are more or less moving here. Oh, it takes quite some time. No worries. In the meantime, we can smash their heads like this. Those ones. Let me cast that spell. I want to see that spell in action. Come on. Casting, casting, casting. Let's see. Oh. That feels brutal. Let's try the other one. What about the fireball? It should impact there, and oh, it takes a lot of time. Oh well. It will implode and kill them all. Not bad, not bad. That one is definitely taking damage. Look at that. There you can see the effect of that shit. It's also stunned. Let's see that fireball now. It's cooking. It's cooking right there. It's cooking, 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 cooking. Well, this one is a... Yeah, it's a one-hit kill pretty much. That was brutal. Go for another one of those arrow vacuums or whatever. You come over here. You keep killing here. Damn it. Now that's how a fireball should feel like. Go with the other one. That it's a bit less brutal. Gwendala. Go for rain of arrows. There we go. Look at that. Oh, wow, so much damage. Go for a thunderbolt. Now I think it also killed my boar by default. Yeah, I forgot to mention that in these games, the area of effect damage also affects your partners. Oh well. I mean that fireball is brutal. It's brutal, huh? It can Look at that damage with the new gear. Dead? Nope. Alright, time to engage in melee. Let's test. I'm out of astral energy, so it's a great moment to test my melee attacks. Lightning fine, yeah. They were able to cast that one. Oh, good, 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 good. Let me move the camera. Wendala also hits pretty hard, so let's go for rain of arrows. Yeah, I might as well not pause on this. I should resummon. Gwendolyn resummon the board just in case this drag is on. Bum bum bum. Hey, now I get bear. I get bears. Ah, right, because I leveled it up. Hey, nice. Now we get a bear.
What a battle that was.
Nice, because I leveled it up. Last time I managed to cast it,
But I guess someone like you has
but it was right before the multiplier was applied. Yes. Here, take this bag of ducats as a token of Tallon for square. I gladly accept this your recognition, but I don't want your ducats. Divide them amongst the families of your men instead. No, thank you. The money is something I can always use just in case I have. Oh, well, I have a lot. You're truly noble-minded, eraser. I won't forget, but tell me, would you be willing to help Tallon further? I have another task. Another task? Tell me. It all started about half a moon ago. Half a moon. 1 day ago. I don't know. Half a moon. Some hours ago. Didn't transition to full moon. When we began to be concerned about the absence of the usual early visitors to the April festival, I sent out 2 scouts to reconnoiter the pilgrim's trail that leads to Tallon. Oh, one usually says to do reconnaissance. Reconnaissance, very well. That one is valid too. Shortly after that, the incursions in the area around Tallon also began. It started with some thievery, but soon gave way to the first overt robberies of our good transports that were being carried out by smaller groups of goblins led by an ogre. After 4 days, only one of our scouts returned, badly wounded. He reported individual attacks on farms and travelers along the Pilgrim's Trail. Goblins lay in wait for him and his comrades, and he only just barely escaped with his life. We have to do something about them. To do that, though, we must first find out where the camp of the Marauders is located. It has to be somewhere between Tallon and Rattle Farm. Would you scout around there for me? That is a terrible threat. Be I'll find that beast's encampment. You can count on it. Well, for a good recompense, I knew I could rely on you with your. I'll return as soon as I have found the encampment. You train the town guard, don't you? Could you teach? Yes, a trainer. I bet you get that for not. Good. This is what I was looking for. Oh, but now I don't have enough leveling points. No shit. Shit. No, I should have kept my experience points. No. And here, you have no idea, people. The other day, yesterday, I was looking offline as I was recruiting this guy. The bit of progress that I did off stream, I was looking for who is responsible to teach me all of these amazing combat abilities. Oh, but I had to find the proper trainer. Oh well, now I don't have enough experience points. God damn it. It was a trainer, and I thought, no, I don't have the requirements, but I have the requirements. I have the, like, if you right click, you can see requirements. A requirement requires base, and I said, I have all of this. What's going on? Why is it that it's not showing me shield fighting 3 and the other one, the dodge 2, I should be able to get? Dodge 2. This one. I need 13 agility and 300. Gwendolyn, what about you? No shield. You don't use shield fighting. You don't use a shield. Armor use, strength. I could have sworn that I increased her strength a bit. I know, but maybe I reloaded. Um, She doesn't have 12 strength. I know she has 10. All right, yeah. That one will make a huge difference. How much how much she needed? 14. 14 should do it. That one, yes. And level up.
Varalax ogres. Ogre hunting is legion Varalax
Where's that guy? Ogre, Tallon, Captain. Train.
Are you
Train. I was looking for you. I've been waiting for you. So there we go. Gwendolyn. Armor use 1. Armor use 2. Armor use 3. But anyways, I think that's when you use heavy armor. Oh well, whatever. Dodge. She has dodge 2. Dodge 3. Is there? No. Constitution 14. Endurance 3. Okay. Yeah, well, one more point. Perfect. Oh shit. Yeah, I spent those learning the. You don't train marksman, right?
are you ready to fight now?
Nope. It's not for the marksman. She needs the. No. It's just melee. It's just melee. No. No, she doesn't. She doesn't. No. Then it will be for the tanks. People, how about you all move at the same time? Hey, nice. Now we'll have a bear. A bear following us. Look at that. Look at that. Who's my little boy? I love bears. They're such amazing animals. Such threatening animals. Who doesn't like them?
You're back. Are you ready to fight?
And now I don't have experience points. Okay, nice. Shield fighting 3 for 4 Grim. Armor use 3 for 4 Grim. Dodge 2 for 4 Grim. Endurance 3 for 4 Grim. That guy will be unkillable at the end of the day. And finally, I get the abilities. Mortal Blow, Rush. Give me all of them. Lunge. Talent Mastered Lunge. I already had it. Defensive Combat 3. That's lethal. I mean, this guy will be unkillable, huh? This guy will be unkillable. Will be more, well, not more powerful than me because I have spells, but and that fireball can pretty much kill everything. But still, Traldar, he doesn't have a shield. Armor use 450. 426. You gotta be fucking kidding me. You gotta be fucking kidding me. And endurance as well. No, I won't spend your points. So 4 green. I have 3. Defensive combat 3. That lunge is terrible because you can. Yeah, but you can never use it for some godforsaken reason. Let's go for rush. This it does not cause damage at all. The defender can use half of their agility to prevent the fall. I just have to knock them or what? Stormblade. Base, AB, and offensive combat style 1. Yeah, the stance is what is limiting those. Alright. I'll have that one here even though I don't use it. What about this mortal blow? Also gonna use it. I see. It's the stance that's limiting me. Okay, so this guy really needs offensive combat too. Alright, I didn't know that the stances influence the abilities that you can use like that. Alright. Then let's go for offensive combat 2 first. Right. Go for offensive combat. You'll be in offensive combat rather than defensive. All right. It's the only way to get access to the best ability to the other ones. Precisely, I should have Wall of Blades and Windmill on foreground, and Mortal Blow on this one. They're kind of like inverted. Should I go for this shit? Okay, 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 okay. Foreground. The other one. So go for the Wall of Blade, Wall of Blades, Wall of Blades, Wall of Blades. Should be here, should be here, should be here. This one. Uh-huh. That should lead me directly. And I still cannot learn the other one because my level is 11 and it's probably way too low for the other one. What's the other one? The Windmill. Level 10, level 11, level 11. There's a difference. There's a difference. Okay. There was a difference. There was a difference. There's always a difference. So faint, Wolf Blades. Yeah, except for Roundhouse, that is not that good. Okay, so this guy is wasted. He should be using Mortal Blow instead. Yeah, I see it. And Rush, can I use it? No, it also requires one of the stances. Offensive combat one. Okay. It requires an active stance there. Right. Yeah, it's not that easy, people. It's not that easy. You have to measure those. Right. This is a tank build. And this are DPS builds. Okay. Okay. Here I don't have a range, and here, well, in my case, since I'm using defensive, right? Then I should go for Wall of Lace and Windmill as well. Okay. So, perfect. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's not that I don't need to invest that much here. You probably need defensive 3. You probably need defensive 3. I'm at defensive 2, but Forgrim at defensive 3 should be able to. This one requires offensive combat 1, okay. And maybe like that he can learn the Windmill, or it has to do with the level. It has to do with the level. It has to do with the level. Yep. What's the... No. The requirement. What's the requirement for this one? Requires base 9 parry. Sure. Is a master parry. You need to have these abilities. Master parry, Wall of Blades, defensive combat 1. I have them. Right, I have them, right? Parry. Parry is at 20. Master parry, Wall of Blades. And defensive combat, yes. Master parry and Wall of Blades. It has to do with the level. It has to be the level. Has to be the level then. It's the only logical explanation. Okay. Yeah, my character. Yeah, I need a fighting trainer. Desperately. I'm not gonna reload for that. We're already way too powerful now. That's unneeded. Let me see. You can summon another bear then. And Trawler has to be in offensive combat too, instead, because it's a DPS. Perfect. And I have one more.